You don't have shared values if you cancel elections because you don't like the result, and that happened in Romania. You do not have shared values if you're so afraid of your own people that you silence them and shut them up.
The U.S. advertises the $44 billion in military equipment it has committed to Ukraine, but says very little about the equally valuable intelligence.
So are you helping Ukraine select targets?
Target selection and authority to strike is with Ukraine. What we do is provide them situational awareness.
But you tell them there's a command post over there, there's an ammunition dump over there.
We'll give them the situational awareness as best we can.
Does Ukraine have chemical or biological weapons?
Ukraine has biological research facilities, which, in fact, we are now quite concerned Russian forces may be seeking to gain control of. So we are working with the Ukrainians on how they can prevent any of those research materials from falling into the hands of Russian forces should they approach.
Victoria Nuland kind of blithely announced during congressional testimony last year that, oh, by the way, we have these biolabs in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Why would we have biolabs in Ukraine?
We have biolabs in Ukraine because we're developing biolabs.
If Ukraine would lose, that would mean that within NATO, we are not talking about whatever, 3% instead of the present. It will not be billions extra, it will be trillions extra.
If Ukraine loses and Russia is perceived as winning, that it can be a danger to Europe and to the United States.
The major sticking points between the two sides. The major sticking points are down to the 5 regions. Mm-hmm. Russia has control, overwhelming control of 2 of those regions. The Ukrainians have some degree of control over 3 other regions, and so it's about how we're going to assess. Formally, we want to be direct and at the bargaining table directly, but we're in a conversation around what you would accept Russia in some of these areas. Would you retreat back behind certain administrative lines? The same thing with the Ukrainians. The Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant is a big part of this discussion because it's a little bit of a crown jewel, and yet it's been closed, and we need to reopen that because it delivers a lot of electricity into some of the cities in Kiev.